What's up, you guys? Chickabells here, and today we are here to react to a video called Tech9 Before They Were Famous. If you guys want to check out the original video, the link will be in the subscription down below. Everyone has known that I have liked Tech9. I don't know if you guys know this or not. I may have mentioned it in my previous videos, but Tech9 is one of my favorite rappers, including Eminem and all the other type of rappers out there. But I'm not a big fan of today's rappers like Fetty Wap, Lil Uzi, or they're just shitty rappers. I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion because they're not talented. But for me, I grew up with Tech9. I grew up with Eminem's music and all that type of stuff. And my favorite music out of all of his music is probably Who Do I Catch and Riot Maker. Riot Maker, Riot Maker, I don't give a damn about nothing. Sly Faker, ho, 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 ho. But yeah, I have went to one of Tech9's concert, but it was in 2015. It was Rockfest down at Kansas City, and oh my god, it was amazing. Even though I got into a different angle and didn't get close, but I was at the very back on the side. But at least I got a chance to see him. And oh my god, I can't wait. I'm waiting for the longest time to meet him in person, because I'm just a huge fan of him. And to tell you the truth, there's a little story I want to share with you guys after this video. But right now, let's dig into the biography of Tech9. So, yeah, let's get to it.
Hey Tech, man, I've been a fan of your music for so many years. What does it take? I said it takes a lot.
Before Tech9 dropped his 17th studio album, The Storm. Before Tech9 would sell 2 million albums and have his music featured in film, television, and video games. Before Tech9 worked with the likes of 3 6 Mafia, Lil Wayne, B.O.B., Kendrick Lamar, Twista, T-Pain, Eminem, 2 Chainz, Snoop Dogg, as well as the remaining members of The Doors and members of System of a Down.
Flip the sick to play down relay, then I'm incredible straight out the game.
We are the darkness, but we're leaving. We are the gods that are deceiving.
Before Tech9 would take home the 3rd biggest payout from touring in 2011, just behind Jay-Z and Kanye West. Before Tech9 would establish his own independent label, Strange Music.
Somebody just called and offered us $60 million, it wasn't enough.
Tech9 became obsessed with music extremely young, and he used rap as a way to teach himself to both read and do math. He was raised by a single mother out in Kansas, Missouri, who suffered with lupus throughout her entire life. As an emotional escape from all this, he took to music. He also developed an interest in ghosts, which is something that he would pull into his stage performance because the guy likes to paint his face. Now, outside of music, he was getting into trouble as a youth, rolling with the Bloods, and nearly died one night after taking 15 ecstasy pills.
Damn!
He was signed to a few major labels, but no one knew what to do with a black artist wearing face paint and with red hair. Now, the man worked long and hard grinding it out as an independent artist. Eventually, he would rise to the top of the class when he was listed by Forbes for earning $8 million. Well, sadly, that was the same year his mother passed away, and she didn't get to see her boy's success. My name is Michael McCrudden, and welcome to Before They're Famous, documenting the career and life of Tech9 prior to fame. Here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, this one has been requested a whole bunch by you guys for a long time, so I'm happy we're finally getting it done. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below who you want to hear about next. Tech9 was born Aaron Dantes Yates on November 8, 1971 in Kansas, Missouri. He began rapping at a very early age and would rap the letters of his name in order to remember how to spell it. Obsessed with lyricism, he would also come up with his own educational raps, and that allowed him to learn how to read and do math. Now, he never met his father, and his mother, she suffered from epilepsy and lupus. When he was a child, this deeply affected him on an emotional level. He attended Southwest High School out in Kansas, and when he wasn't working on his rapping, well, he would explore abandoned buildings, hoping to catch a ghost on camera. Now, he knew early on in his life that he was a little bit different. He called himself strange, but he didn't try and be like everyone else. Instead, he embraced his differences. And he wasn't like a loner who didn't have any friends. The guy was actually pretty popular. He was even hanging out with the Bloods. Yeah, and I think it's got to be kind of tough to get into that crew. When he wasn't getting into trouble, he would pass the time studying old school hip hop. His favorites being Slick Rick, NWA, Public Enemy, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Biggie Smalls, and Just Ice. He also has a diverse taste in music, citing The Doors, Metallica, Pink Floyd, and even Elton John as some of his earlier influencers. In 1991, at the age of 20, Tech-9 was a member of a rap group known as the Black Mafia. He bounced around with a number of groups, including 57th Street Rogue Dog Villains, who found some success with their track, Let's Get Fucked Up. He got his stage name Tech-9 after a Tech-9 semi-automatic handgun. Also because his rap style, it was so fast, it was like a chopper. Yeah, that's what Black Wallet had to say. You should call yourself Tech-9. So Tech-9 went with it. He joined another rap group who got signed by Perspective Records, and he was getting all sorts of attention from major labels. Everyone wanted a piece of him, but when they got him, they didn't know what to do with him. He then signed up with Quest Records, working under Quincy Jones, who told him, you need to rap what you know, and from there, well, people will forever feel you. He took that to heart, but left the label and hooked up with J-Core Records. He also joined another rap group known as The Regime, and found success with their song being featured on the soundtrack for the film Gang Related.
This is who you picked. This is who you fucking picked. You picked a surgeon who performs transplants on the poor in Africa.
He was living on the fucking streets.
He then got on a track, The Anthem, with Sway and King Tech in 1999, which also featured artists RZA, Eminem, Exhibit, KRS-One, amongst others. Around this time, he met up with a 19-year-old self-made millionaire by the name of Travis O'Gwyn, who wanted to work with Tech-9. It's then they decided to start up their own sub-label known as Strange Music. This was under J-Core.
He said, what do you think about doing a 50-50 partnership? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yes, I want to call it Strange Music because I'm a Doors fan. People are strange, strange days. Let's go. You know, snake in the back.
He released his debut album, The Calm Before the Storm, in 1999, and the following year he dropped The Worst. In 2001, he dropped Angelic, followed by Absolute Power in 2002. Now, to keep money coming in, the guy would tour relentlessly, and he would put on quite a stage show. In fact, it was so good, word began to spread via mouth, and everyone was like, who the hell is this guy Tech-9? He is crazy, but also really talented.
No matter how weird the face paint is, no matter how weird the scrub top and pants are, whatever it is, I'm just going to be me, and it's working.
He then got into a dispute with label J-Core because, well, he was like, where the hell is some of my money? That's when he had had enough with labels and decided he was going to go at it independent. Now, it took him some time to get organized, but then in 2006, he put out his album Ever Ready, The Religion. Following that, he put out a collab album the same year, Misery Loves Company. The next year, he dropped Killer, and this album cover, well, it poked fun of Michael Jackson's Thriller. By now, he had started signing other artists to his label, and he was working on some big collabs. In 2009, he dropped KOD. This one had 3-6 Mafia on the album. The same year, he put out Sickology 101, and the next year he put out The Gates Mixed Plate. Now, all 6s and 7s, that was a big break for him because he was collaborating with the likes of Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar, T-Pain, Snoop Dogg, B.O.B. Yeah, the guy had made it. But he wasn't stopped there. He had more collab albums with Welcome to Strangeland, he released in 2011. On there was Devin the Dude, Glasses Malone, as well as many others. He also put out a XXL sponsored mixtape. He also had a clothing line, touring relentlessly. Yeah, this guy is a workaholic. Now, some contacts he had made in LA, they put him in contact with Lil Wayne, who he went and visited in prison. Later on, Lil Wayne would shout out that he was a huge fan of Tech-9, and then he would get a spot on the Carter 4, and, well, yeah, now he's blowing up. Today, when he hooks up with artists like 2 Chainz or makes appearances on television, including Jimmy Kimmel Live, well, he gets a ton of heat from his fans stating that he's now gone mainstream.
Oh, he's on TV now, you know what I'm saying? He's not underground anymore. I tell him, real music is supposed to spread and shine.
But the man will do whatever it takes to achieve his ultimate goal, which he states is
world domination.
And the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is Before They're Famous. My name's Mike.
Even though I known Tech-9 for the longest time, but some of that information I never knew. Like he overdosed and almost died. That's where he gets that nickname and all that type of stuff. It's crazy. But all that other stuff, like his mother ended up having the lupus and all that stuff, I already knew about that. I mean, it's a damn shame. It's sad. I don't even know how you go through it because it is heartbreaking. But I was really thrilled when he was collabing with Eminem, which I was hoping for that for the most longest time. And I love it when Tech-9 ended up collabing with other musicians that are much talented as he is as well. I didn't know he was part of the video games or anything like that because it's kind of cool. And I wonder what type of games that his music was on, or what type of movies that he was also on as well, because now I really want to check that out. And I've been hoping for Tech9 collabing with other rock members too, because he already collaborated with the lead singer of Korn and Slipknot. Slipknot, I'm not much into it. I'm not much into Korn either, or System of a Down. But when he ended up collabing with those guys into his music, it actually sounds pretty damn good. I actually like that. And now I am hoping that Tech9 will collab with Amy Lee from Evanescence and Adam Gontier from 3 Days Grace. Well, he was from 3 Days Grace. Now he's part of Saint Asonia. Which this guy named Michael McCrudden, he needs to mention those other two people I just mentioned, Amy and Adam. Because I looked all over on his page and I couldn't find Amy Lee on there or Adam Gontier. And they're pretty damn good musicians too. The only collaboration that I heard that Amy Lee has collabed with was Seether, called Broken, which that is the best music ever. That's, even though it's sad, but it's still pretty good music. And Adam, I think he collaborated with the other band called Art of Dying. That's the only thing I know. But I'm hoping that Tech9 would finally get to feature those two people, because now Tech is also being part of the rap, but he's also trying to bring in rock into his little world too. And he's also just sampling some of the other genres of music, like I don't even know, he used country or something like that. I don't even know, but I know he did rock. He did blues, classics. He decided to mix all those types of music, and ended up creating his own type of a music, which that makes him and Eminem the greatest rappers of all time. Some other people may say otherwise, but that's just my opinion. Oh, and there's another band that Tech9 needs to feature, which I forgot. I don't know if you guys heard of these couple of bands before. I know you guys heard me mention them before, but I'm also hoping that he would also feature Skillet and Within Temptations. But that's part of my bucket list, and I'm hoping that it would eventually happen. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, oh crap. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, since I did mention I would share my story about Tech. Okay, the way I found out when I was growing up, my father ended up working with this little restaurant called Whistle Stop. And he finally get a chance to meet other band members because he makes famous beer battered chicken. He ended up meeting ZZ Top, Tech9, and all those types of people. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's the only information I could share. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, comment below, subscribe, share, give a thumbs up, do whatever. If you guys want to check out the original video, the link will be in the subscription down below. So yeah, thanks for watching.